everybody, welcome back to Arisha Botanical. Welcome back as in welcome to our actual full-length videos. We started making in the shop videos that were kind of short, little satisfying compilations of me making things in our shop in Brobridge, Louisiana, and now I am done with my graduate program and I'm back home in Texas, and now I can actually focus on my soap making and cosmetic business and my new career in social work, which I'm so happy to be a part of now. But I'm also really happy that I get to share these videos with y'all. I'd originally wanted to make a YouTube channel from the get-go when I first started Arisha Botanical, and I kind of dipped my feet into it, but then grad school just got to be really, really busy, but now I'm done, and I'm so excited to start making these videos and share kind of my ways that I make my soap and I make my body butters, etc. So I'm not going to keep you guys waiting. Let's get soap making.
Now that I have my gloves on, I'm going to grab my handy dandy laser thermometer and check the temperature of our melted base oils and our lye water solution. I do like to soap on the warmer side, anywhere from 80 to 95 degrees, and that's just because I have a specialty butter in my base recipe, and it helps me avoid false trace. Now I'm going to add our lye water solution into our melted base oils, and then using my fabulous stick blender, we're going to beat that soap batter to a light trace. Now that we've achieved trace, which is where the base oils and the lye water solution are chemically bonded, I'm going to give that big batch a quick little hand stir. Now we split our batch off into 3 parts, our big bucket and these 2 little guys. Now I love these little tiny containers because they have that spigot on them, so it makes for a really beautiful clean pour, especially if you want to do something really intricate like a drop swirl. It's time to add our colorants, which I have gotten from Nurture Soap. I have a brown, I have this cool olive green, and then more of a true green. I like to disperse my micas in the oil from our batch. That way I can actually hand stir the colorants into the soap batter to avoid any thickening up of my batch. That way I don't have to use my stick blender, and it's just kind of fun. You'll see what I'm doing here when I hand stir in my colorants is I mix from the lightest to the darkest color. That just helps me not have to wipe off my spatula and not waste any soap batter. It is time to add our fragrance oil. Today's fragrance is from Nature's Garden Candle, and it is called Extremely Sexy for Men. I know it's really goofy, but the name of the soap here at Arisha Botanical is actually Bergamot Woods. Bergamot Woods is one of my absolute favorite bars to make here at Arisha Botanical, and even though the title says for men in the fragrance, it really is super neutral. It's just the perfect blend of woodsy, citrusy, and earthy. I can't recommend it enough. taking my stick blender and I'm giving a couple quick shots of it throughout all three colors, and that's really just to get it to thicken up a little bit more. My trace was really nice to me in this batch, and it stayed pretty much water thin till the end, and as great as that is for some designs, I want to do an in the pot swirl, and I don't want the colors to muddle together too much, so I wanted to thicken it up a bit. I'm scraping off my stick blender to set off to the side, and then I'm gonna move all three buckets out of my way so that I can make room for our 5-pound loaf mold. And there she is. I'm gonna do an in the pot swirl, so I'm gonna add both greens to my brown batter. I don't like to stir my in the pot swirls. I just dump them into the loaf mold and let the colors do their thing. Y'all are probably wondering why that olive green looks kind of weird and yellow right now. That's just a thing that green micas do. They just look really weird for a while, but as it sits and saponifies overnight, it's gonna turn into a more olive green. I'm scraping out my big container, and then I'm going to scrape out the two little buckets too, to kind of do a little accent on the top of the loaf. I think I'm also going to add a mica drizzle with the leftover colorants, but I'm not quite sure yet. So after shaking my loaf mold around like a madman, I decided that I am going to use my leftover bits to do a mica drizzle. So I'm just taking that oil and mica mixture and drizzling it on the top, and then I think I'm going to play around with it with a chopstick or a spoon and give the top of the loaf some nice texture. For the obligatory glamour shot of the top of Bergamot Woods Artisan Soap. Doesn't he look beautiful? Well, we're gonna let him sit overnight, and then tomorrow morning we're gonna chop him up into bars for you. We'll see you then. We're back the next morning to unmold Bergamot Woods and put him in our soap cutter. So we're just gonna flip him over, break that little silicone vacuum seal, and slide them on out. Lining our loaf up on Tin Man. That's the name of our soap cutter here at Orisha Botanical. I'm gonna push down with a little bit of force and we're gonna get 20 bars out of this 5-pound loaf. I'm gonna lay that little extra bit off to the side to cut later, pull this bar out, and this is what Bergamot Woods looks like on the inside. That in the pot swirl turned out so nice. This looks like a little wave on this bar. I just love slicing everything open and seeing what happened and if everything turned out. Sometimes soap making really is a gamble, but I love how this loaf turned out. Here's another bar. And every bar is going to be really unique and different. I love soap making so much. I'm such a geek about it, but it really is so nice. Okay, these are really similar. I like putting these bars together like this. So cool, right?
Now that I am done cutting up that beautiful loaf of Bergamot Woods, I'm sitting outside soaking up some rays with this cute guy over here, everyone's favorite product manager, Sunny Bunny. Anyways, that soap will be in the shop at orishabotanical.com next month because soap takes a month to cure. I know, bummer. But I'll always keep you updated on here and on our business Instagram account. That's at Orisha Botanical. Give us a follow, see pictures of what we're doing, get some updates, and also see cute photos of this guy. I think he sees a deer. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye!